Hey guys, sorry for the delay. I got held up. I thought I was gonna have a pickup for my flowers that I dried, and that didn't happen. But I had a really good conversation with someone, and it was all nice and good. Anyway, so I wanted to show you guys these glass bowls. They're salad bowls. I found them, I think, 2 months ago, and they were outside of apartment building about 2 blocks from where we live. So I was walking back home from going to the grocery store, and I saw this box. And let me show you guys this. Hold on. Oh no, I can't do it this way. Hold up. So I found this like rinkety dinkety looking box over here. Ah, you guys can't see it. There it is. So it is a salad set, and it's by Madeira. And let's see, we got one 10-inch bowl, 4 and 5/8 bowls, and you can see how like old and yellow this box is. Look at this thing. It is made in the U.S., Indiana glass. If you look at this date over here, can you see it? The date is 1998. Holy crap. Wow, that's pretty damn old. 1998. So it was inside of the cardboard box, just laying there right next to the trash can, like if anybody wanted to take it. I saw it. I saw Hope in there, and I posted it online like, hey, does anyone want to take it? Nobody was interested. And then when I thought about it, I was like, man, I want to take it. Just in case, maybe I'll post it in a Buy Nothing group or something. And then, yeah, I opened it up because I thought, well, it was kind of dirty. There was some leaves inside of it. Let me wash it. And then I washed it, and then I fell in love with it, and I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. Of course, I'm not planning to put this in the microwave at all. It's a serving bowl. I don't really eat salad. So having something like fruit or ice cream I think would be really nice, but it's so pretty. I think it's pretty. I don't really see bowls like this anymore. I used to see these kind of bowls when I was growing up, but for whatever reason, maybe it's stylistic choices. It seems to be plain glass or, kind of more minimalistic. Most bowls are what? Porcelain or, no, ceramic. Yeah, most bowls that I see are ceramic or plastic. Not many people use a glass bowl. That's just my opinion, though. So I have this. I need to make space in the cabinet for that. And then today I picked up this, and it is another glass frame. I'm really, really happy about it. So I have to see if I can tack it on the wall, how successful that will be. And I'm giving away, you remember my flowers that I put together? You guys might remember this. This one. The one that looked wonky, it was basically my first foray into flower arranging. This one. Yeah, I posted it up online. Someone's actually going to pick it up. And this is my little carafe that I picked up from Manhattan. It's a soma carafe. So I told them, I said, do you want just the flowers or just the carafe, or do you want both? And they said that they wanted both. And I was kind of surprised. It doesn't look very aesthetically pleasing in terms of the heights. I'm gonna be honest, like this was like I didn't know how to cut it, and even now it's like now I see it. The red flowers are too short on the front, and I don't know what they're gonna be doing with it. Maybe they'll cut it themselves and put it into another arrangement. But yeah, this took over a month of drying, and some of it looks kind of crappy, but who knows? Who knows? The red roses were already short. They're already a shorter height than the rest. I also know that lilies are poisonous to cats, so yep, good thing that's gonna get out of the place. So what I wanted to update you guys on, and let me give you a better shot than the bottom of this vase. I'll give you a bowl here instead for now. Is I was reading online, and I was reading about the travel restrictions. Some of you guys saw my community posts where I was saying things like, for me to go to Hawaii, it's going to take 3 COVID tests. And the reason being is I need one COVID test to get on the plane. They will not allow me to do the free community testing. So you know how they say like COVID test, you can go to certain places and then you can get it done for free? Hawaii does not allow you to do that. I have to, from, I looked at the list, it seems that unless I want to go out of my way to a Walgreens, like on Staten Island, and it's not all Walgreens, by the way, it's just some Walgreens. If I want, unless I want to go out of my way, the best and most convenient option is to get the test done online. And what they do, well, not test online, you buy the test online and then they mail it to you at home. So there's this thing called Vault Health. It's a saliva test. So Lewis got one done because I think he needed it for his motorcycle exam, if I remember. I know um, he was required to have something done in a sense, but no, it wasn't the motorcycle test. I forgot, but there was a reason why he got a COVID test. And then afterwards, they make you spit inside of this vial, basically. So they don't stick a Q-tip up your nose. You don't stick it up your nose either. You spit into a vial on a Zoom call. And then afterwards, after that, you send the tube in the mail, and I think in 2 days or so, you get the test results. Of course, his came out negative. But knowing that I have to pay $119, yeah, knowing that I have to pay $119 for this damn thing, and then I have to get two more. Because listen to this. In New York, when I come back, they're requiring me to take another test, and to get on the plane, right? That's a given, right? And then, but then I also have to take another test 3 days after I land. So go to Hawaii, take a test. Come back to New York, take a test, and then stay home for 3 days and take another test. That comes out to about $350 worth of tests. Just to, go to and from Hawaii. And I don't know, you guys. So I was speaking to family yesterday and I told them about my concerns as well, because I was thinking, let me get a direct flight to Hawaii. It's going to be 13 hours, 12 hours, 13 hours, but let's see what we have. I realized that I would have to do a layover stop in LAX. And I don't know if it's because of procedures. They don't want people staying on a plane for 13 hours. Maybe they want to deplane it so, they sanitize the plane. I'm not too sure. But for Hawaiian and for United, they had one stop flights. And I don't know, and like from what I'm seeing, it seems that some seats you could sit next to another person. So being in a sardine can for 6 hours, no, yeah, like 5.5 hours, getting off the plane, staying at 1.5 hours or so at LAX, then getting on another sardine can for another 5.5 hours. I was not really feeling it. Of course, going to Thanksgiving, right? I wouldn't mind it so much, but having the COVID test, and then also I'm worried because I have a relative who is about 91 years old, and of course, and you guys know, right? You're immunocompromised, and when you're 91, I don't want to risk me possibly getting something either in one of the planes or at LAX or between. So after speaking with relatives yesterday, I decided I'm not going back to Hawaii for the holidays. I'm sad about it because I've always had Thanksgiving with my relatives, but I did the pros and the cons. It's just not worth it. I don't want anything happening to that relative. If they somehow get sick, if they get diagnosed with the virus, I will feel absolutely terrible because if I'll feel absolutely terrible because I will wonder, right? Was it me? It's not just me taking the test, and I'm assuming everyone gets clear, because you can take the test up to 72 hours before you board the flight. If people are not staying at home and they're going out and about, even just going grocery shopping, they're still at risk of possibly coming in contact with someone. And for me, I'm not too worried about myself because I'm relatively young and I'm, healthy. But for someone who is 91 years old, I just don't want to take that risk at all. I just kind of worry about that. Even if I get the all clear from the test, I don't know what could happen in between, let's say, when I board the plane and then when I actually go over to Thanksgiving. I don't want to be a, let's say, a spreader of sorts. So, yeah, I'm not going to Thanksgiving. And I also found out that in Hawaii, they have a gathering limit of 5 people. I did not know that. So because family members already going, it would be more than 5 people if I show up, and I just found that out yesterday. Yeah, don't I get worried I won't be able to see them again? I kind of am, I mean, time is really precious, right? Especially when you have people who are that elderly, but I want to make sure that they don't get this kind of thing, because from what I'm hearing, people say about, all the pain that they go through, they have trouble breathing. I don't want that for her. I really, really, really don't. So it's better if I just stay here. Maybe, next year, hopefully they're still around. I really hope so. Hopefully next year, I can go over to Thanksgiving, and then I don't have to worry about this kind of stuff. But I have to think about health more than anything. If it was any, it's just, it's such a terrible thing that this kind of situation occurred and people get sick, and, people, they interact with someone who is elderly and the elderly get sick. I remember hearing about this stuff in Italy. It was just heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking, that all um, the elderly who was affected by it. So, yeah, that's why I've made the decision to not go over to Hawaii for the holidays. And I wish my family, very good Thanksgiving, but I'm unwilling to put someone's health on the line. So, but it sucks, I was telling people that I was going to go over to Hawaii for Thanksgiving, and I wanted to meet up with some friends and, see how they've been doing and have lunch with them, even if it was outdoor dining. And that's not gonna happen, but it's okay. It's okay. Next year, next year. And about an hour ago, I was reading online that Bill de Blasio and, Cuomo wants to put some more restrictions in New York. I'm going to assume that it's also going to include flying restrictions. And that was another one of my fears. I thought, what if I go to Hawaii and then New York completely locks down and then I can't get back to New York, right? That's another thing too. What if Cuomo says, or de Blasio says, yeah, there's too much infection. We're going to close all the New York airports until further notice. Uh. So yeah, I'm stuck in New York, and yeah, yeah. Oh, Danny, yeah. I hope there's not a travel ban. Do you have to go abroad? Like, is there any way you can push it back? Because right now, I heard that they're seeing an influx of cases, and a lot of the hospitals are filling up to max capacity. As things get worse and worse, you can expect bans. So, yeah, if you can't come back, that would not be good. It would not That would not be good. You know what? If you can stay with family, and if there's a ban and you can just stay with them, then you have no issue. But if you wanted to, like, travel, let's say travel to, I don't know, the Caribbeans. Let's just say the Caribbeans for a vacation. You don't know anybody there, and then there's a ban and you can't come back. You would have to pay for a hotel room for what, an additional 2 or 3 weeks? Yeah. Yeah. So, it's not good. Let me see. One moment. Oh, I love Maine so much. So, we'll see what happens. And I know that there's millions of people who want to travel to see their relatives. I completely understand, but if they are coming, if they're going outside of New York and they have to take a, hold on, one moment, one moment, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay, I had to spray the bells out of that plant. Anyway, go figure what I saw. I'll give you a hint. But yeah, I just wonder about that. Yeah, I saw one. That's the first one I've seen today. Actually, no. We saw another one. So the good thing is that they can't lay anything on the flowers, but they are attracted to the scent of the flowers. They need moist soil to survive, so they cannot lay any eggs on dried flowers. But because they're attracted to them and because they don't match with the decor, these babies have to go. I wanted to originally spray Fantastic on them. Yeah, I don't want to risk bleaching these flowers, so alcohol is the way to go on this. Yeah. So, yeah, for anybody who is traveling, I just hope you guys stay safe. I know how important family is. I know how time is precious and people want to be with their family members, but yeah, it's just I think that there's just so much risk going on the plane, and I don't want to have that guilt. If anything happens, I don't want to have that guilt like crap, did I get something on the way, and did I do anything? And if I go over there and something happens, they're gonna my family is gonna say, huh, well, let's see, all of us have been in Hawaii, and then Erica came back from New York, and then huh, then some people got COVID. Who could it be? Who would be the most likely? Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want to risk any of my relatives getting sick, so I'm staying over here, and it'll be my first Thanksgiving without family here. I'm so used to helping out, with the turkey and eating food with them, and yeah, just, sweet potato, pumpkin pie. And most of the times, a lot of those relatives, I only see them once a year. And if I see them once a year and it's in Thanksgiving, I'm not going to see them until most likely next year Thanksgiving. Ah, it just blows. It blows. Oh no, you see this little fly looking thing going over to the flowers, and if you see that, then you spray them with alcohol. No, his dad is in another state. He's not in New York, so it'll just be us. It'll just be us and then the three cats. Aw. I'm also giving away, the red beanbag chair. It doesn't match with the apartment. None of the cats are sleeping on it. So I told the person who's picking up the flowers, I said, "Hey, do you want a red beanbag chair because the cats aren't using them anymore?" They really liked it, and then they moved off to new furniture. And that's the thing about cats. You can get them a cat bed. If they get tired of it, they might never ever sleep in it again. It's very, very strange, and the beanbag takes up so much space. I told myself, "Yep, just rehome it." So that's what we're doing, and then the couch is getting out of here, I think tomorrow evening. And with the beanbag gone, we're gonna clear up quite a bit of space here. I'm happy about it. And the cat that is going to be the next recipient of the beanbag chair. So the beanbag chair I got from my local Buy Nothing group, and that person owned a cat. Nobody else wanted it, and then I saw the post and I was like, "Oh crap! We have a cat. Let's grab that for the beanbag chair." So Oreo and Clinton really liked the beanbag chair. They moved on, and now it's going to another cat owner. And in the future, I'm sure that if that cat owner's cat gets tired of it, then it's going to move to another cat owner. And Yeah. It'll have a much longer life. I like the idea of free cycle or buy nothing or, these kind of recycle friendly groups. Since for us, like if we had bought that beanbag chair and spent, let's say, $50 on it, because that's usually how much beanbags normally are, right? I've seen $100 beanbags getting tossed out too. But if we had spent that money on it and then the cats don't sleep on it, it's just like, okay, well, donate it. How many people are gonna want to use beanbag chair? Not very many people. Not many. So having it for cats and then saying, yeah, from cat owner to another cat owner, I think it's good. I think so many cat owners have this plight where the cat just gets bored of the sleeping cat bed or something. Do I have a favorite cat? Yeah, I want to be really on the down low here. I don't want to tell you what the cat's name is, but I'll give you a hint. It starts with the O and ends with a Rio. So, yeah, that is my favorite cat, and maybe you guys will figure out what my favorite cat is. I don't. My least favorite cat. I would have to say. Let's see. Who's my least favorite cat? Probably Lewis. Probably Lewis because he's kind of grumpy sometimes. So yeah, sometimes he gets grumpy and hangry, and I don't have to deal with that with Clinton. But Clinton yells at me a lot. Would you ever think about getting a dog? Oh my goodness. You know what? The dogs that I like are big dogs. So I really like what's calls it? Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know why. I have like a brain lapse right now. But I like Dobermans. I like I think Australian healers, something like that. I like 40-pound dogs, things like huskies, husky-ish size. I'm not, even though it seems like I would like a small animal, I really like having a bigger dog. And the reason being is that for a dog, some of these like teacup chihuahuas, the really, really small ones, I'm afraid that if I kick it or if I roll onto it, I'm gonna break its leg. That's I see how small these animals are and how delicate they. I'm just kind of scared about it. So having a more durable sized dog provides a little bit more comfort. I've never rolled over Oreo that I'm aware of, but maybe I did, and maybe he just didn't make any noise. He's like an 11-pound cat, but he looks, he I don't know, I don't believe he's 11 pounds anymore. I think he's a little heavier. No, like if I'm sleeping and the dog is at the foot of the bed. You see what I'm saying? Because I know dogs usually sleep at the foot. Like the cats don't do that, but I heard dogs do that. And if I roll over, I'm just kind of afraid I'm gonna suffocate the dog or break its leg, and be like, whoops, I turned over and I was in heavy, deep sleep, and then the little 4-pound dog got injured. Yeah, that's a little too much. So yeah, that's my favorite kind of dog. Best dog though. I saw this one dog. I don't know what it was, but it looked like a husky, except it was much smaller. And I was kind of thinking like, what is that? That has to be a husky mix. Like it's like a pint-sized husky, not 2-pint size. Maybe it was like a corgi size, but yeah, it was a small little husky. Yeah, I think it was definitely a mix. It was beautiful though. Beautiful. I also like what's the big fluffy dogs? I can't remember off the top of my head, but oh, I forgot the name of it, but it's this big fluffy white dog. I love fluffiness. But I know with those big dogs they can overheat easily. I'm kind of aware of that. And then no, 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 no. It's like a big. Oh, I forgot the name of it. No, not Chow Chow. No, 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 not that. I know how that looks like. I want to say it starts with an A, but I'm not too sure. Hold on. Let me try and see if I can get the freaking name of it somewhere. No, no, not a Shiba. Shiba Inu is not. Are Shiba Inus white? I thought they're orange. gotta plug in my phone. Grr. Grr, grr, grr. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Do I have a place to plug? I do. Okay. Don't die on me, phone. Don't die on me. Okay. Good. It didn't die. Yeah, my phone has this thing where I use it for a little bit and then it can die quickly. I'd be like, ah. Okay. Let me figure it out. Samoyed. That's it. Samoyed. Here, let me show you guys this. Look at that. See? These dogs. Oh, I saw these in Hawaii. Oh my goodness, this dog looks majestic. Look at that big poofy. Oh, he's so cute. So gorgeous. But yeah, so these kind of dogs I like a lot. But I don't think I would actually realistically want that. So my hold on. So this is what I rather have instead. Look at that little chicken. Oh, I really want a silky chicken one day. Look at those little guys. You see that? This is actually a chicken. Except they're much smaller than a Samoyed. So cute. Look at that face. Yeah, I know. And you know, you can actually put a headband on it. Oh, look at this, see? So the puff blocks their eyes, and then if you put a hair tie over that way they can see. And then they look like kind of like a Richard Simmons 80s kind of thing. See? See, without it, visibility's a little blocked. With it, you can see their eyes. See? Ta-da! Yeah, so that is my thinking. That's the kind of animals that I would like. But the best animal, in my opinion, would be an animal that you rehome. So the best breed of dog is a dog that's from the pound or shelter. You know, the animals that really need a home, they have no other place to go, or they were found and they're stray and they can't get reunited with their owners. So I'm not really, you know, there are certain breeds that I think are attractive. But when it comes down to it, you guys know a pet, if as long as it has a good heart and you have a connection towards it, that is the ideal pet. I may be very biased here, but I like tuxedo cats. I like black and white cats very much. Oh, bunnies? Yeah, I have a neighbor who had some bunnies and she loved her bunny so much. She dedicated everything to that bunny and I don't know, like for me, I feel more of a connection with let's say something like a dog or a cat or a bird. I think bunnies, it's like bunnies are cute and all, but you can't really, pick it up. Or if I feel like if I call a bunny, it's not gonna really come to me. Sphinx cats are they're majestic. I think they're pretty majestic. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, bunnies, they can make a lot of mess because I remember like my neighbor, she had two females right next to each other and they were always spaying. So they had these guards up because if they didn't have these like dividers, what the bunnies would do would urinate at the divider, I guess trying to mark their territory. So her carpet had urine spots on it, and she had to keep cleaning it over with a carpet cleaner because they were basically in a urine war with each other. Yeah, so I'm not a, I think bunnies are cute, but to have a bunny, most likely not. Lewis was telling me like he wanted to get a bunny, and I said, "Are you kidding me? If you get a bunny, the cats are gonna terrorize and kill that bunny." So that's not good. You could eat the cats. Uh, yeah. Yeah, bunnies are total poop machines. Complete. They just poop, poop, poop. Their poop, I believe, they make like it's considered like gardening gold since their pellets are a good mixture of something and it's supposed to help the soil a lot. Yeah, so I'm not a apartment bunny fan. It's just too much poop and too much too much area to clean, I think, at least. Oreo, well, at least Oreo, he 90% of the time he makes it to that litter box. 10% of the time it's outside of the litter box. Oreo, no. Yeah. Yeah, there's too many pets in here. Having three cats is enough. Some people recommended, why don't you get another cat? Don't you want to get Oreo a girlfriend? Here's the thing, okay? Oreo is definitely the baby of the household. He's treated like the baby. He wakes up and he cries for food. He's the only cat. He is the only cat that cries for food, you guys. So Blackberry and Clinton, they will not meow, but Oreo, he goes like that. He does these whiny, like squeaky meows, begging for food almost as soon as he wakes up. And he coincidentally is like the highest BMI cat in my opinion. Like the fat to muscle ratio. Definitely Oreo is the chonker cat. So, if we had another cat here, Oreo would not be happy because he would have another mouth to compete with, and then Oreo likes to sleep between us. So I can't imagine another cat trying to sleep between us. Oreo is not going to be happy. He's going to be grumpy and mad. So yeah, there can't be a fourth cat. He's not gonna be. He's gonna be unhappy Oreo. He already knows like if he does his little whiny meow, he gets attention instantly. So he's not gonna want to share. Yeah, four is too many cats for this apartment. And yeah, I can't imagine two cats in between Lois and I. Oreo's gonna be very mad, very very mad. He's not gonna be a happy camper. So you just gotta stick with the trio right now. Yeah, he doesn't whine at 4 a.m. He usually whines around like, okay, if I'm up at 3, 4 a.m., he'll whine. He'll whine for food. So I usually just like ignore him and then I don't feed him until at least 8 a.m. I don't want him to think that if he whines at me at 2 a.m., I'm gonna give him food. So it will just encourage him to just like, okay, Erica's up late, I get more food. And the vet said repeatedly that Oreo can stand to lose weight. He's considered overweight. He's heavier than when he last went to the vet too. If he goes to the vet right now, the vet is not going to be, too happy about it. The vet's gonna be like, man, this cat is gaining weight. Yeah, the place that I used to drop off clothes and random stuff, they no longer accept stuff. I understand why too, because imagine like if you have an area where you allow people to drop off clothes and it rains or it snows, all that stuff, right? It can get stinky because if it doesn't dry out thoroughly, or you can attract leaves or bugs there. Who knows? It just turns into a mess. So I completely understand why. It just sucks though, because like now I think about the people in the area. I think they're going to be more encouraged to just toss stuff, or hopefully they put stuff outside of their building. A lot of New Yorkers, what they do is in front of their apartment building, in front of their houses, they usually have like a fence, right? And they'll hang things over the fence as an indicator of like take this, or they'll put it in front of the fence. So once you see anything in the front of the fence, it's kind of like the given, like you can take it. So these bowls inside of the box were in front of a fence right next to the trash can, I believe. So I knew like I could take it, and I've seen like a whole bunch of stuff over there. I've seen paintings over there. I've seen, of course, these bowls over there. I've seen baby clothes over there. I used to take the baby clothes because I know like at nighttime that's when trash picks up. I used to take the baby clothes up and then bring it upstairs in front of the door of our apartment, keep the baby clothes there overnight, and then bring it over to the free store. And that way, people who have small kids, most likely those people, if they are low on funds, they're going to the community fridge anyway. So while you walk over to the community fridge, you see this pile of baby clothes, and feel free to grab whatever you want. I've seen Nike baby clothes. I've seen Polo Ralph Lauren baby clothes inside of there. Of course, things like Jimbori or Carter's. It's pretty nice stuff. Now, New York has such a strong culture of sharing things or recycling things. This is really like the freegan capital of the world. So when I talk about freegan, there are people, and I've met these individuals. They, there are people who solely live off stuff that they find. So, for instance, right, they'll go dumpster diving for food. They will hit up, free bins, or they'll look at get free clothes from people, and they'll only wear that, or mostly that. I'm sure they probably make the exception for things like underwear and bras, or socks and things like that, but mostly, they don't use any currency. So those freegans, I see how they live, and it has to take a lot of self-control. I mentioned on a previous stream, dumpster diving. Some people will say things like, "Oh, you can eat so much stuff if you go dumpster diving, and you eat like a king." From what I see, and because I've been dumpster diving for a couple months, I don't go dumpster diving that often, especially not anymore. I've been kind of preoccupied with things, and you can, organize an apartment. But for food wise, right? When I used to pick up stuff from Manhattan, and I don't do that much anymore because I help out locally. I help out in around our area, and I just help out, sort through the stuff and then help people load up the community fridge rather than bringing stuff from Manhattan over to Brooklyn. And yeah. So back when I went over to Manhattan, you would see stuff, but the problem is that if you're hitting up the same kind of stores, you'll always see the same kind of thing. For instance, right? Let's say you go to a sandwich place, and yeah, the sandwich place tosses out sandwiches every single day. And at first you're like, oh wow, there's things like chicken Caesar sandwich, or like a turkey sandwich, or tuna sandwich, like so much sandwiches. But they only have a limited amount of sandwiches. So if you're a freegan, and let's say you're always hitting up that chain, you're going to eat the same kind of sandwiches over and over and over. And I imagine after a while you get tired of it. When I go diving, it's like I see the same things occur a lot. So I'll see a lot of yogurts. Yogurts is like number one. Sometimes you'll see like dairy, like milk. It's like some people grab milk. I don't grab milk. My number one thing to grab is yogurts because it's small, portable, and there's a lot of flexibility, in my opinion, with the refrigeration. Just my thoughts. And then you'll see sandwiches, you'll see salads, but mostly yogurts. And I can't imagine living a life, and this is just what see. I can't imagine living a life where you're mostly subsiding on yogurt, fruit, and the same kind of sandwiches unless you're hitting up different joints. Even some people that I know, they if they see, let's say, a certain kind of, like, they go to a bento place, right? And they'll always hit up this bento place. That bento place, as I mentioned earlier, they're only making a fixed amount of varieties of bento. Unless you like eating the same kind of bento over and over and over, yeah, it just gets kind of tiring. So yeah, if you're okay with like whatever you cook and eating that all the time, then that's perfectly fine. But if you're diving and you just, you're always eating this like highly processed stuff, like a certain sandwich and has the same dressing all the time or the same toppings, it just, yeah. That's not for me at least, but there are people who are freegans who are able to do it. Yeah, I don't know, Dor. So when I first started diving, I really liked yogurt, and I was so stoked because I saw so much yogurt. Oh, okay. See you, Danny. Take care. I used to see so much yogurt, and I was kind of stoked about it. I was like, holy crap, there's so much varieties of yogurt. I've tried more varieties of yogurt than in the last couple months that I have in years. Let's just say that, like, different sizes, different types. It's usually I'm not that creative with my yogurts, but being a diver kind of encourages me to be creative. Now, or even like the vegan yogurts. A lot of the $7 a container of yogurt, I'm not gonna buy it. Especially if I've never tried it before. I think Kite Hill makes a yogurt, a vegan yogurt. Just telling you guys straight up, don't buy it. It's a freaking terrible vegan yogurt. If you want to buy vegan yogurt, I would highly recommend Harmless Harvest. I think it's like 250 for a small container. But it is so much better than that crap called Kite Hill. I tried Kite Hill. It's like it tastes off. And it's not because it's like gone bad or anything, but according to reviewers, it's like they agree, like, yeah, there's some kind of weird flavors, kind of bitterness. It's just, or yeah, it's very strange. So regular yogurt, I've never had any one that tasted off, but that Kite Hill stuff, oh, geez, Kite Hill is like the stuff of, I don't want to say the stuff of nightmares, but it's just a terrible yogurt. So yeah, Harmless Harvest is the way to go, and then all the other yogurts I haven't. It's like I don't really have a problem too much with the vegan yogurts. The vegan yogurts don't really emulate dairy. I know some people are vegan. I would just go with the Harmless Harvest and because I'm a meat eater, I go with or I have no problem with different things. Um, I usually go with the Faye honey. I think it's like the 2% with the honey. That's my jam. And yeah, or the 5% and I add honey there myself. So I like that one, and yeah, just so much varieties to try. But being a dumpster diver, yeah, your choices are kind of limited. In theory, I mean, like, it's very good to be environmentalist, but for me, just trying the same thing over and over and over, yeah, it's not really my thing. And I see patterns, some, like I've said, some people hit up the same spots for the same kind of dishes all the time. Not for me. That's why we have Amazon Prime delivery and Whole Foods delivery. Fries every day. No, I think I get kind of squeamish after a while. Like, yeah, I would just, not squeamish, but I'd be like, it's more French fries or more French fries. Right now, right now, like in this apartment, we're kind of on a mashed potatoes kick. So I've been making mashed potatoes every single day. Every single day. That's just for Lewis's lunch. Okay, you guys, well, I need to make dinner, so I will talk to you guys later. I'm happy though that, I got to talk to a few of you. And yeah, this apartment is definitely clearing up. I'm happy about it. I can definitely see the changes. In case I never shared with you guys earlier, someone asked me, the person who's picking up the flowers asked me, are you moving? Because you post so many things up. It's very noticeable since I'm posting about like 10 items, between 7 to 10 items. Well, actually between 5 to 10 items every single day. And I've been doing that for over a week. So today I have to post items as well. Like I feel like this pressure to post things because the more I post things, the faster things get out. And then if things are still here, then I will say, hey, just wondering, does anybody want this stuff? Again and again and again. And yeah, posting things up more is there's not a bad thing. It just kind of raises some eyebrows because people thought I was moving, and I'm not moving. I'm just decluttering, redecorating, seeing the trying to make this apartment look a bit nicer, and I think it's definitely making a difference. I've also been kind of weirdly upselling people on things. So if someone wants, let's say, something, let's say if they say, "Oh yeah, I'm interested in, let's say, your art markers, right?" And I said, "Oh yeah, besides art markers, I also have, let's say, this other craft thing. Would you be interested in it?" Most of them, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'd be interested in that too." So I've been getting rid of items that way as well. And the more items I go out and get rehomed, the better it is for me since I do not want to keep stocking these kind of things. Yeah. Oh, tomorrow I have to make a stream about this lantern that I picked up. It's not environmentally friendly, and yeah, I'll share with you guys about that tomorrow. No, 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 Dora, you are wrong. You are wrong. It's not gonna go on for another six. Oh crap! Did it go on for another 6 minutes? Oh crap. Okay, no, no, no. I am gonna end the stream. Okay, you guys, take care. See ya.